And I appreciate the World Economic Forum providing me the opportunity to be on this stage and say, fuck you, Klaus Schwab, and fuck your New World Order. We, the people, were born free. We will stay free. And you and all of your globalist friends, including everyone in this room, can go fuck yourself.
Take two. Yeah, sorry, I recorded this whole video and then I noticed the technical difficulty. So I have to do it again. What are you gonna do? Anyway, it's, as I started this January 21st, 2024, third week of the first month of the new year. And it's a good year. Is it a good year? I don't know. It's an interesting year so far. I think it's only going to get weirder, but whatever. I digress. Anyway, the video up beforehand is just hilarious. It's hilarious. That guy is very funny. He does a lot of those types of videos. I forget his name, so obviously maybe I should have looked it up. I'll look it up and see. If not, I don't know. Go Google it. Find the guy. I don't know. He's funny. He puts himself in these things. He superimposes himself in these meetings. He does it with newscasts like CNN. He'll be like the fourth expert, and he'll just say some stuff, and and when I first saw it, I thought it was real. It's great. But anyway, very funny. So, what I'm here talking about is, last week was Davos, Davos, Switzerland, where they have their annual meeting. Now, every 4th or 5th year, I think they have it in Montana or something, I believe. Davos, the World Economic Forum, part of the NWO. Don't say NWO. They'll put a little disclaimer below your video there, white monkey. What? Yeah, they will, because that's a conspiracy theory, even though they all openly say it all the time. But anyway, the World Economic Forum and Davos, I started talking about them 4 years ago, 2020, when the thing happened, the medical event around the world. And Klaus Schwab coincidentally put out a book called The Great Reset about the COOF. It said the COOF-19, The Great Reset. Boy, Nostradamus, you wrote a book really quick there, Klaus, about your bullet points for world domination. Whatever, I digress. So, it's conspiracy theory. What was a conspiracy theory at one point in the 1950s? That La Cosa Nostra and the Mafia didn't exist. Yeah, the FBI and J. Edgar Hoover. Nah, that's all bullshit, man. Bullshit. They're conspiracy theories. I don't think they use conspiracy theories. They just out and out denied its existence. But anyway, hang on. Anyway, where was I? They were saying, that it did. So, anyway, I just lost my train of thought. Somebody walked into my studio. Anyway, so, been talking about the World Economic Forum in Davos. And I started talking about 4 years ago. But I used to follow all these other things, about, these think tanks and these NGOs, and they were all real things. They're written about. And so, like the Club of Rome, that's like the grandfather of them all at the turn of the 19th century, which, these all were precursors to like the United Nations and all these other big and non-governmental agencies. Like the Trilateral Commission, the Council of Foreign Relations, the Bilderberg Group, and go down and down and down. So, they were all conspiracy theories, but now they're not. As you can see, the World Economic Forum is part of our lexicon of language now, and Klaus Schwab, James Bond villain that he is, they talk about it on mainstream news. So people probably heard of it. But what was odd is last week they had their annual meeting, like I said before, and it's in Davos, Switzerland. So what they were talking about, what their important things they need to address for the coming year. And they have, like, leaders from all over the world, all the movers and shakers, and all people they control, the puppeteers. Anyway, excuse me. And I was like, one of the people that was there was Javier Milei, the new president of, is it Argentina? And he was saying some pretty heavy stuff. Here, take a listen.
Today, I'm here to tell you that the Western world is in danger. And it is endangered because those who are supposed to have to defend the values of the West are co-opted by a vision of the world that inexorably leads to socialism and thereby to poverty. Unfortunately, in recent decades, motivated by some well-meaning individuals willing to help others, and others motivated by the wish to belong to a privileged caste, the main leaders of the Western world have abandoned the model of freedom for different versions of what we call collectivism.
So it's no wonder
Be intimidated either by the political caste or by parasites who live off the state. Do not surrender to a political class that only wants to stay in power and retain its privileges. Do not surrender to the advance of the state. The state is not the solution. The state is the problem itself. You are the true protagonists of this story. And rest assured that as from today, Argentina is your staunch, unconditional ally. Thank you very much, and long live freedom. Damn it.
Yeah, that's what he said. So he said that at Davos in front of all of them. That, you're all pretty much, we're on to you, we know you're pieces of shit. And, I don't know, I'm not buying it. The same week I saw Jamie Dimon, right? Jamie Dimon, big banker. What does he do? What is he? Is he part of J.P. Morgan? I don't know, he's part of J.P. Morgan. He's talking about the virtues of Donald Trump. That he may like his personal attacks of certain people, but he was right about a lot of things. And then there was also another senator there from the United States, pretty much telling the people at Davos, we're on to you. We know you're garbage. We know you're global New World Order bullshit, and it's not flying. And I'm like thinking, wow, they're letting these guys say that, and they're filming it and putting it on YouTube, putting it on the news channels. That's really interesting. I'm not buying it, though. I'm not buying it. The reason I'm not buying it, because, these, at one point, were secret organizations that didn't exist. They were strictly conspiracies. But now they're out in the open. And I'm like, it just seems too glitz, too Hollywood, And I think that's what they are. Klaus Schwab's just the glitz in Hollywood of it now, They're over there at Davos, talking about world domination and what they're going to do. And they're having all these guys come and talk, kind of talking shit to them. I never saw that before. So it just struck me as weird, And interesting, though, they had like a list of 10, I think they had more, but 10 important topics to discuss for this coming year. And the main one, the number one most, not climate change, not global war, none of that. The number one thing was misinformation and disinformation. Interesting. And they have these guys come in there telling them they're full of shit. Which they could be, you see, we're for free speech. We're for different opinions. Yeah, sure you are. That's why you have you clamp it down on free speech. But regardless, whatever. That's what I'm saying. I'm not buying any of it. Because at this point, it just made me realize that Davos, Charles Schwab, student of Henry Kissinger, and people like George Soros and all the leaders of the free world, they're all like the soldiers in the field, Klaus and Soros are probably like the top generals. Then they got their little minions under them. But the real puppeteers are behind the scenes. Absolutely. These are people you don't know. I'm sure the Rothschilds are in there. Oh, come on. Come on, man. The Rothschilds, it's an old name there, white monkey. They're not even as wealthy as they were. Bullshit. These people have trillions of dollars. Probably hundreds of trillions of dollars. But anyway, so they're the real puppeteers, and I'm sure they get together in a meeting, something like this. Now, what I'm showing you here is a clip from Rollerball from 1975. Just look at it and see how it goes.
In my opinion, we are confronted here with something of a situation. Otherwise, I would not have presumed to take up your time. Once again, it concerns the case of Jonathan E. We know we don't want anything extraordinary to happen to Jonathan. We've already agreed on that. No accidents, nothing unnatural. The game was created to demonstrate the futility of individual effort. Let the game do its work. The Energy Corporation has done all it can. If a champion defeats the meaning which the game was designed, then he must lose. I hope you agree with my reasoning. Thank you all.
Yeah. See, during a conference room, it's like that was like the first Zoom call, right? 75. Anyway, so they're there, and they're probably avatars. They're probably in VR. They might be in the metaverse, but they do that. They're never in the same room. They're too high profile to be in the same room. They don't even want to be associated with each other because that's how the puppeteers work. They do it remotely, like I said, using 3D or avatars or the metaverse or VR, and they're the ones controlling everything. That is my 100% opinion. People you never heard of, people you probably walk by on the street and not know who they are, and they're real, and then they are the real movers and shakers and controllers of this world. Anyway, it's crazy thoughts. But anyway, with that, I don't want to ramble on too long because I know the attention spans. But everybody have a wonderful evening. It's cold out again where I am. It's supposed to warm up to the balmy 30s or 40s next week, so it's going to feel like summer. But I love you all. I will pray for every one of you. Those who tune in, those who comment, I appreciate it very much. So everybody have a wonderful day. Peace.